Hello, 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 hello. Wagwan. I see you watching on the outside. Come on in. I can see you watching on the outside. Come on in. Wagwan, my people. Big up on yourself. I'm still here fiddling around. I can see you. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Big up yourself. I'm just making sure that I'm coming through clearly. Should just give me a minute. Give me a minute, give me a minute. Microphone sound a whole lot muffled to them. I don't know what go on. Very muffled. But I beg your pardon. I beg you pardon. Never promise you a rose's garden. I beg you pardon. Never promise you a rose's garden. Big up on yourself, my people. Hey. Ah. Mm, the streets of Whitey is getting crazy. The streets of Whitey is getting mad. People are desperate all over. Oh my God. To the 16th of you that are watching, can you kindly let me just do a sound check instead? The streets of Whitey is getting crazy. The streets of Whitey is getting mad. All right, so I realize what's happening. To the 16, 17 of you guys, kindly hit the like. Thank you for the 9 likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The streets of YT is getting crazy. Thank you for the 10 likes. As you come on in, hit that like. It's getting messy on the streets of YT. But people, we have to talk. We have to come to our little gossip corner, our little reaction corner, and do our thing. It's crazy in here. Don't know what's happening, but my chats are very much delayed. Don't know what's going on, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll try and see whenever it comes up. All right. Okay. All right. It's slowly trickling in. Um, doing what it's doing. Anyway, my people, big up on yourself and welcome on in on this year beautiful, beautiful. What's today's day? On a serious note, on a beautiful Tuesday. I swear, I was about to say Wednesday morning. I'm trying to keep schedule with both channels, and I think it's messing me up. I'm not remembering which day is which day because I'm only used to being here 2 or 3 times a week, and because of that, because now I'm doing like real right proper scheduling to help grow the channel that has been sitting there for over a year, monetized, and I'm hardly doing anything. I'm trying to do a proper schedule, and also you can see yourself on screen, guys. I was trying to put that in view on my end. Anywho, without any further ado, welcome, welcome, welcome to those of you who just joined. I'm not in a hurry. I want to take my time and do this. I want to take my time and do this because boy, oh boy, I had somebody on my screen earlier. I had to laugh. I came across the video and I had to laugh because you see, when God get ready, we have to move. It may not be this. It may not be what I'm talking about. It may not be what it is. How I'm saying it, but there's a time when things are going to change around here. There's a time when we're going to see some strange turn of events around here on the streets of YT, and that's all I'm trying to say. Hey, that is all I am trying to say, my people, my people, my people. Sorry for looking down. I'm actually looking at a screen on the side. Sorry, my people, but it is what it is. You know how we're doing what we're doing. Hold on. I just wanted to say hello to some people. Doreen, hello and welcome to today's Quick and Fast Live. And also Janet, blessings and welcome. Special hello also to Gratitude. Blessings, blessings, blessings. And for those of you who are watching, on the back end, big up on yourself, same way, one love, same way. I know that sometimes even me myself will watch on a device that I'm unable to communicate with from time to time. So big up on yourself again, again, again. So hey, hold on, Wagwan. I see you from a distance. I can see you all the way over there. Wagwan. Blessings, blessings, and thank you for coming through. I see your fellow countryman passed through the other day with celebrity status. Celebrity status. He made waves in Kenya. Hello. I don't even want to say countryman because he said South Africa and then he showed a Nigerian passport. I know that you guys are having issues with passports being sold all over the place. I saw your numerous videos on this issue. So maybe he's one of those, people. Who knows? Who knows? But I mean, the guy is trying to find his way. As Marwa, I heard Marwa said the other day, the man trying to find him way, but he's meticulous with whatever he's doing. He's not an idiot. Him know exactly why he's doing what he's doing. Them say you play fool, you play fool to catch the wise. That's so people, meaning that people who think that they are wise and smart, now you are going to play a jackass just so you could fool them, fool the wise. And I think that was exactly what this guy did. I think- Honestly, I think that was exactly what he did. um Play fool to catch wise, honestly. Mm. It was a South African passport. Well, we saw a green. I saw him with a green passport somewhere. Can't remember if it's Marwa's house or somewhere in a flight. I don't know. I saw him with a green passport looking like, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm confused. Anyway, honestly, this guy is from Malawi. He's from Malawi. From the beginning of all his content, they introduced him as, and I said it some days ago. You guys saw when I did the clip with the news media, that they introduced him as a Malawian born. So I guess, I guess I hope he, somehow achieved what he came for, because the man worked hard. The man appeared on when before he left, he was making sure that he appeared on everybody's channel. Anybody who had a name in Kenya on YouTube, he appeared on their channels. And not that alone, he brought along his body also. I saw a thing on my timeline earlier, which I just swooped across. I just moved it out of the way because too much negative energy. Right now, the amount of crazy ish that is happening on the streets of YT, we are seeing too much negative energy. Wagwan sis. Our big up yourself. Blessings, blessings, blessings. um, I see Doreen was saying you have to check. I don't know. I don't know who you're talking to. Yeah. Anyway, so just as I was talking about negative energy on the streets of YT, I came across a video not so long ago, but I just had the time to share it with you guys. Our sister has um apparently gone over to the other side. Hey, I mean, I say sister because we're all Africans. Cocomama, you know, I saw her in a video. You cannot talk too much. But before I do that, hold on. He was. Holani, he was. He was. He was. Let me explain something that I found with this guy. All the time I was watching him and I was saying, sometimes when you look at the darker skin tone, the South Africans, they would have this appearance that you could somehow identify with them. I was looking at him before and he had no resemblance, and then suddenly the guy was talking one or two words and do the tongue clicking, whatever that thing was. He was doing the tongue clicking thing and automatically the guy face changed, like he morphed into a South African. Suddenly he morphed into, right in front of my eyes, he suddenly morphed into what appeared to me like a South African looking person. Hey, yo. Shapeshifter. 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 Anyway, he was not even on my it's because I see you now, Hulani. He was not even on our itinerary today. He was not on the itinerary for today. But he was not on the itinerary for today, guys. But um because of Hulani, somehow I had to bring it up. Let us go to our sister here, our Nigerian sister here, that lives and work in Doha. That somehow, um, her family, sadly, her family got caught up in all what's happening over in the Middle East. She came out and she spoke about it on her channel, because joke is joke, and no matter how terrible people be, when it comes to things like this, you have to throw down your arms and come. You understand? I use those terms because there are songs in Jamaica. Honestly, there are some songs in Jamaica that can answer every story in life. Throw down your arms and come. Yes, that's why I use that term. Throw down your arms and come. Meaning that no matter what it is that we do and how we behave, on the streets of YT, as reactors, as podcasters, there are times when you have to throw all nonsense aside and look at life realistically. So apparently, even though that's behind now, apparently Cocomama, she came out to say that her family was, somehow caught up in the situation in Doha. But she wasn't there at that time when it started. She left for an appointment, went to London, and apparently she got caught up. Couldn't come back in, but her kid and husband or whatever was left. But don't know what happened. Something happened throughout all this thing that was happening. And it appears as if my lady was either rejoicing or she is now fully converted. Take a look. Take a listen.
Sweet, sweet Jesus, sweet Jesus, what a wonder you are. You are brighter than the morning star. You are fairer, much fairer than the lily that grows by the wayside. You are precious,
Precious,
most
more
precious than
precious than
gold.
gold. Amen. Can
Sweet, sweet Jesus, sweet
sweet
Jesus,
Jesus.
what a wonder you are. You are brighter than the morning
Morning
star.
star. Let me harmonize.
You
Hold on.
are fairer,
Fairer
much fairer
of key.
than the lily that grows by the wayside. You are precious,
Precious,
most
more
precious than
precious than
gold.
gold. Amen. Can we get a amen? Hui! Can we get a amen? Guys, no. As I say, in life, you know, things will happen to humble you. I mean, not that she's, you know, more worse than anybody. And I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. I came across this video and I was like taken aback. I was taken aback because honestly, I don't really watch these people like so. I will have to come across like how this come up on my timeline and I see it. I don't really indulge in their content. But regardless, things will happen in life to humble you. Now, I honestly think that this is the video when she finally got back into Doha because this the background kind of look a little familiar, like videos I saw prior. Like videos she did prior, standing in the same or being in the same location. So it appears as if she's back in Doha, and maybe this is the reason why she's rejoicing. Somebody's laughing. You know? No. You can't be laughing, sister. Not no sister. Not after such a beautiful hymn. Can we listen again a little bit more and get some blessing? Can we?
You are the rose of Sharon,
Wait.
the brightest of them all. You are everything my heart desires.
Amen.
You are fairer, much fairer than the lily that grows by the wayside. You are precious, most precious and good.
All right. Can we get an amen? Amen to that. Sweet Jesus. What a blessing this morning. Like blessings can come from the weirdest place. Maybe somebody need to hear this song this morning. Maybe somebody probably need this blessing this morning. So thank you, my sister, for such a lovely blessing. And honestly, I say again, you know, no matter what, there are times in life when things will happen to humble you. The sad part about it is that, you know, we do these things. We do these things when we are in problem. Even though God said we call upon him in times of trouble. Like it's true, it's true, it's true. The good book say call upon the Father when in times of trouble. And I think she's doing the right. I think she's doing the right thing. Kindly, guys, hit the like as you come in. Today's live is not going to be very, very lengthy. We just want to reason one on one in our little corner how best we can keep in touch and continually keeping this channel growing. We're on the road to 2000 with this channel that has been neglected for over a year. Let's do this, guys. If you're watching on the back end and you have not yet subscribed, kindly hit the subscribe button. Join the family. We have fun over here from time to time. Sometimes we have to add a little humor in what we do. After all, it's a fun job. You analyze people's situation, people's events, people's lives as they put it out there on social media. That's what we do here. And we put a little mix a little fun in all of this. But like I was saying, on a serious note, like I was saying, life will humble us. Life will humble us. And no matter who you are, there's a time and place for everything. And in this situation, it was her family um being caught in the war in Doha and Saudi Arabia, and sadly she was not there when it all started. And I know as a mother how how it would have feel knowing that you are unable to even cuddle your young one, even to protect your young one from all that is going on. And it was, to me, that moment was a very, very low moment. I saw that video. Was a very low moment for her. She came out, talking about it, being open and being frank that she really left for a procedure and she could not get back in. And I guess she's back now, and that's the reason why she's rejoicing. Um, Sweet Jesus. Hello, Uncle Rupert. Blessings and welcome. Wagwan. Thank you for coming on over and chit chat with us. Thank you. Mervin's blessings, blessings. Also, M74 Bullet. Why the name they sound wicked? Blessings. Oi, Uncle Rupert. You're not easy. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Mhm. Yes, yes, yes. Not that she escaped the war. I don't think it's that she escaped the war, that she's back where her family is. I think because she said she wasn't there when it all started and her family was left behind and she couldn't get back in. But based on what I saw, she's back. Like seriously, seriously.
Iyechukwu na-emere m ọ dị m ebube na ya ewo ọ dị m ebube Iyechukwu na-emere
Wait, right now we need David Omaji. This is David. This is not my niche. This is David Omaji's General David. Paging General David Omaji. Hi.
m ọ dị m ebube na ya ewo ọ dị m ebube Iyechukwu na-emere m.
Songs of happiness. Sounds of happiness. Sounds of rejoicing. I guess that's what it is. Well, at this point, like a disclaimer, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at, you know, the situation. I'm laughing over the fact that, who would have thought that, we would have seen, would have been able to witness all of this. It's good. It's good. It's good. She's able to live. She's alive to tell the tale, and to rejoice that she's back where her loved ones are. And I understand. I understand. I do get it. But you know, I noticed something though that she's I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Even though us as reactors from time to time we shift niche. Even me myself, you guys can, you guys can testify to that. From time to time we shift niche. We move because on the back end we are the ones who will know what YouTube is telling us, that YouTube will tell you it's time to do some greener content. It's time to move ahead. Leave this because it is highly saturated. And your money that you're getting from these things can also tell you, move. Just shift a little bit until the market gets, and you come back. When some of the people they move away and it's not so saturated, then you come back. But this thing, I noticed that she's moved away from the Nyabo Hanse shenanigans for some months now. And I heard her mention something in one of the vlog about a urgent procedure that she was supposed to do. She don't look like nobody did any procedure or anything really really urgent. But I mean, who knows? People recover. People, if it is her that it was done on, or she went and did it for to somebody. I don't know. I don't know. But saying all of that to say, I noticed that she's kind of calming down. Maybe she's trying to find, you know get a breath of fresh air. Sometimes things are happening in the back end where people nobody knows about, as well as, we should also remember that there's a calm before the storm. that 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 when I don't know if any one of you have ever witnessed a hurricane. Well, I've done three, actually three hurricane. Wait, are three of them? What may I say? Irma Maria, Gilbert was the first one. Hurricane Gilbert, Hurricane Irma, and then I came a hurricane. So it's three, Maria. And let me tell you something. There's this eye in the eye wall, in the eye. It's the calmest part. And just before the roughest part of the storm comes is when you'll have the calmest part. So, oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. Honest, no, I wouldn't even listen to a word Clear Bunny say. Clear Bunny is even looking for his own shadow, running from his own shadow. He's even running from his own shadow. The guy said the trees are chasing him with machetes. Yo, I'm just really looking down on some of your comments. Yeah. So I don't know. At this point, I don't really know what's going on with this lady. But whatever it is, I hope she's okay, physically, because sickness and these things knows no boundaries. But she seems okay to me. I'm just happy to the fact that she can calm down and stop. The last time she came for me, I told her to come with your oxygen tank because you're run out of breath. I say, yo, come with your oxygen tank before you begin to come for me. Something it was that was going on during the times when Dee had made some changes on her channel and it affected some other people who had her content on their platforms. And it was just a whole mix up. They were going after Dimongo, and we were just out here doing our thing. For the week, I found that I was trending on some people's platform that never even looked my way. I was wondering what the heck was that? She was one of the ones that came after me, and I told her that was the only time we ever crossed paths. And I told her, yo, you go get an oxygen tank before you come back, before you come after me, because you're running out of breath. So I'm just trusting that everything is okay with her because sickness knows no boundaries. You understand? Sickness knows no boundaries. It's there for all of us, and trials and tribulation is there for all of us. So while she's celebrating, um, I celebrated with her, not laughing, not laughing at her while I was laughing, but laughing at the fact that she is humbled in this moment and time. And I saw you have to stay, you have to humble yourself. You have to humble yourself.
Hey, you guys pinch me and ask me where are you, Cocomama? How it happened, I don't know. Guys, your prayers, God has answered all your prayers. Thank you all so much for standing and checking, making sure. Cocomama, where are you? Cocomama, I'm worried. Cocomama, can you reply to my message and tell me that everything is okay? Cocomama, how is your family? Have you been able to contact the airline and see if there's a way they can get you in? Cocomama, try this route. Cocomama, even if it means going to Saudi Arabia. Have you seen the news? What is going on? If Jehovah is not watching the city, watchers are what? Playing games. That's what my Bible said. I'm sorry if you are not a Christian, you will not understand. But my Bible says that if Jehovah, if God, because we believe in one God, whether you are a Muslim or a Christian, okay? This is Holy Month and this is also Lent period for us Christians. If God is not watching the city, the watchermen, the security guard, the armed forces, the military, the police, the air force, name it, they are working in vain. Hey, God. I pinched myself. I said, this must be a joke. You guys, come and see me running from one airport to the other. From Gatwick, London, to Heathrow, London. Mind you, by train it's like 3 hours because if you don't know London, you can only use 2 stops to get to Heathrow. But for me,
Special welcome to Sana. Big up yourself.
I think I made up to 4 stops. You guys, long story short, I went to Qatar Airways. They told me, nah, Mama, the original people that sold this ticket to you are British Airlines. Go to them. I'm like, God, I want to get home. God, please, God of 11th hour, I need you to do. They told me, no, you need to leave. Mind you, I was in, if you have been to Heathrow, you know how big that airport is. One terminal is like 30 minutes away from the other. By train. Okay, not even by walking. Fast train. No. London people, am I lying? One terminal, like Terminal 4 is for all the other airlines, okay? Terminal 5 is for British Airways, so they have their own terminal. From Terminal 4 to Terminal 5, You need 30 minutes. The good thing is that you don't have to pay. They give you free pass. Okay? Monetary wise, but imagine you have your hand luggage, you have your backpack, you have the one you are pushing. How difficult it is. Mind you, I was coming from Gatwick. I was coming from Gatwick Airport down to Heathrow. Getting to Heathrow, they sent me back to British Airways, the original people I bought ticket from. They said, go to British Airways. They are the ones that will make these changes. Yes, we have a flight going to Doha this night. You better rush. Mind you, it was already 3 p.m. Because before I finish rounding and rounding,
Big up yourself, Mikael.
jumping from one train, looking for underground train going to Elizabeth Line, underground train going to Piccadilly. There's no train station. At least I used up to 4. Hey, well, meanwhile, the guy, the one thing with London train services, they have.
Oh, hold on. Whoa, my mic is just started. One thing I realized though, she's been through a lot to get back to where she's supposed to be, which is with her family. So now I understand in depth why she was singing so much of her praises to the Almighty, because it was a long way home and a very hard one. Hey, this lady is fully converted. Fully converted. The lady is saying, praise God, praise Jesus. Amen. Can we get a amen?
Sweet, sweet Jesus, sweet Jesus, what a wonder you are.
Amen.
You are brighter than the morning star.
Amen. 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 So basically, the tribulation that we went is Altino. Altino, you're laughing. Seriously, no. Like, things will humble us. There are things in life that will humble us. Each one of us have our moments. We all have our time. When we'll probably have to hide in our closets, we'll probably have to lock the room door, cover under the sheets, and cry if we have to. We're all humans, and, from time to time, we are faced with some mountains that we wouldn't even wish on anybody. And honestly, you know, just listening to her explain the amount of tribulations in that place to get a flight to go back to her family, I understand. Now I understand why she has been converted and is now preaching. Somebody was saying earlier that Wodemaya's subscribers has humbled her. um, I've seen her reacting on Wodemaya, and I saw another comment where the person was saying, um, that Wodemaya, has threatened them. I saw the Wodemaya's video, and the thing about it is that, um, remember they did what they did in the past, and if him not put on him foot, if if him don't put on him foot and be serious, you know, the nonsense that they did and been doing or have done all of these years to the Andaris, high chances are they will take that same nonsense um over to Maya. If so, that is the reason why he makes sure that he put on him foot. And you have some vicious reactors. I've seen reactors, you know, done things to set up people to. I use the other day I was using the example of what happened to Cora Obidi over and over and over. I don't know if you guys watch Cora. You know, it was crazy. It was crazy when it all started. When the craziness all started, there was one reactor out of Nigeria. um, I remember, I think her name is Lolo or something, and she was living in the UK. And whatever transpired, when Cora got to the UK, she was jumped. She was jumped. So, and for instance, let me tell you something. People on the internet can be really crazy. We all saw even what happened to Rihanna. Rihanna's house was shut up. Her gate was shut up. Um, the day before yesterday, and she was at home. Imagine with your kids and crazy people on the internet. And these are the things, that we always say. Maro can continually be in, the way how he is, opening his house to everybody. People are crazy out there on the streets of YouTube. They are fanatics. They're fans and they're fanatics. and they're the and also you have the crazier ones. I don't know what class these people are in, but uh these reactors, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Which actually now brings us to um the other story that I want to, what am I doing? The other story that I want to talk about um uh for today. So yesterday I came across a video um saying Rocio that Rocio has unfollowed Marwa on Instagram. Well, honestly, what a lot of us fail to understand, and sometimes we even understand, but we still come out to I'm distracted. There's something on my. I'm sorry, guys, for that thing in my face. There's something sticking that's stuck in my nail, and it's kind of tingly a little bit. Right. There's this thing that a lot of us we know, and we some of us still pretend. Come out there and pretend. We know that you know no one is perfect in life. Relationship has its ups and downs. People get together, people separate. Um, we've seen, and that had nothing to even be holding back and shoving under the rug and whatever. We've seen all that is happening on the streets of YT when it relates to Marwa. Marwa is a plain person. Rocio is even more plainer. and people fail to understand that when you have social media, um, when you have influencers and they live their life in the public like this, their lives in the public like this, you know, thing pressure, the pressure sometimes can cause a lot of these relationships to have issues wherein if it was like a normal relationship where people just live them lives, no camera, no nothing, if it was anything of the sorts, the relationship would have been thriving. Um, these people are just like any normal people. You understand? But add the social media, add the cameras, add the advisors, add all of these things, and then you combine them with two human beings who are actually trying to find them way in a life, just like any one of us. It appears as if some people expect to find, you know, a paved road, something with pearls, something, you know, untouched, a perfect relationship. No, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. And honestly, I'll tell you the honest truth. Even if, even like I've seen it for myself, indeed. Yes, she's no longer at that, she's still following the Mara stud thing, but not Marwa's personal account. Now, Mara is a plain person. And something was said in one of his video a few days ago, and I thought to myself, bro, if it was me like you, I wouldn't be saying that, knowing how ticklish your situation is in a sense, meaning that we've seen and heard Rocio said already her likes and her dislikes. Whatever it is, maybe the relationship is on the rocks, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Mine is too. Yes, we all have rocky relationships with personal people, husband, wife, family members. We all have rocky relationships from time to time. Mara said something, um, and I was saying probably, bro, you probably shouldn't have said that because I just feel like this might create a kind of disrespectful look in a way. But the heck, he's not perfect. He's not perfect. He said two things. One, he was mentioning that people should go and check out Bo. That's an ex. Two, he said something about some kind of in-law over in something about some in-law in a what's that place? South Africa. And then he said, let me not, I shouldn't be saying that. And I'm like, oh my God. Shut up. Be quiet. Yes. Happy people over here. I said, be quiet. Why are you saying these things? What are you saying? Hint, hint. What are you saying? And then came the story that Rocio unfollowed Marwa. Guys, it's messy. But who cares? Who flipping cares? Not in a bad way, meaning that, "Oh, so what?" Maybe that's what I should say. Not who cares, because who cares sounding like you don't care. So what? So what? My only concern in the whole of this is that, sorry, if it got to this point in public, it's messy. It looks nasty. It looks crazy. It look well, not nasty. It looks messy. It looks crazy. Like nasty is when you have real bad fights, cat fights in public. No, it hasn't gotten to that point yet. People are just quietly doing things, hinting, hinting. That's just my observation. Okay, okay. But what the heck? Who doesn't? You don't know about my life because I choose not to come on the internet and say anything. Many days I feel like packing my friggin' 2 foot in a shoe or in some shoe and keep it moving. Yeah, many days. Because what? Life comes with a lot of challenges. But on a serious note though, when you choose to in social media, when two people, and that's why I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. Let me tell you this. I'll tell you this right now. I choose to not have my mother on my social media feed, my social media pages. I choose to not have certain family members following me. Because listen, the first thing people are gonna know, what they're gonna look for is if this person is still following you or they're still subscribed to you or whatever. When people looking for information, the first place they go for social media influencers or anybody who is on social media, first place people go to dig for your private life is to see who is still with you on there. And that is what happened when they went looking for Rocio. Rocio was no longer and following Marwa. And that was a big, bold statement in today's world. A big, bold statement. That's how people speak on social media. That's how influencers behave on social media. No, there could have been two factors. Yes, she did physically unfollow him because she's pissed about something. Just like what I said, maybe the statement he made about the following people should go and check out Bo, his ex, on Instagram. For me, I am mature. I'm past that stage. Nobody can come to me, come say nothing, but like to make me feel like I'm less of a woman or I'm less of a wife to my husband because they make some stupid statement. Even my husband himself, I would tell him, shut your mouth. Nonsense. What nonsense you saying? And not in a disrespectful way because people, will humor differently. But some people are like that. I can't tell people how to feel. Or that was one of the things, you know, probably that caused her to remove herself from his following. But I always advise, people, it's good to, yeah, follow each other, but man, those things you could keep private. Because the first instance is that you're going to remove yourself, and that is public shout to me. That is public shout to me. Public shout. Think I might just shift my position a little bit. That is public shout. Seriously, seriously, seriously. Awa, you're right. You're right. You're right. Like I always say, um, YouTube is not for everybody. No, it's not. I did a video with the same title like some days ago when the incident with Shane happened. Oh, Sana was saying Cleo also said Coco Mama is no more reacting against Marwa's family. Mm, yes, boy's married. Boy's married, but you can't like honestly. Some people are petty, like on a serious note, some people are petty enough to be thinking that maybe the man or the woman is still having feelings. Some people are like that. Let me tell you, jealousy, and I always try to reprimand my son in a kind of way, serious way, because these things could lead you to depression. Well, I say my son because he's the oldest one in the oldest child enough to be able to having relationships. So I would reprimand him from time to time. Bro, let me tell you something. You don't be indulging in these stupid thoughts because they can ruin you. They can also cause you to do some stupid things that you might not even live to regret. Because you mess with a woman because of your jealousy, she might finish you. So you may not even live to to be regretting your actions, as well as it could end you in jail or end you not being able to stay in relationships because you only see the world one way, and the one way is that it's just your way and your way only, or anything else it won't work. No, I always talk to my son about these things because it's messy. It's messy. I've been there in my younger days, not me being jealous, but being around someone who was really, really as jealous that it could have caused my life. You understand? On a serious note. Picking in a whole man again. Yep. Yep. That is true. That is true. But I don't think that was the intention behind. Even though I don't want to elaborate on that. But I don't think that was honestly, I think that I was the intention behind the whole thing. Even though no one knows. But the Bible said ask and you shall receive. And he asked and he received. He asked for what he wanted and he received. You know? That's just how I see it. Our hi Rose Green, blessings. I'm just going through some of the comments I may have missed. Uh oh, that was Doreen. Okay. Yeah, so I don't really know what's going on, but that removing her that thing of removing herself unfollowing him from the Instagram, that to me was a bold statement. Now, these are two people. There's a kid involved. Um People are liable to making mistakes. We see that Marwa is still um keeping calm. We don't know about the background, but at least on camera, so I can speak for what I see. We've seen that Marwa is keeping calm, still saying some things, but Rocio is doing her thing in her own time, you know, doing her thing, while Marwa is pushing ahead and doing his thing in his own world. To me, uh, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say when it comes to that. More than me say, you know, when a kid is involved, it's not every time that relationships you're able to save the relationship based on the fact that the kid is involved. And that's the saddest part, because then one parent would not be around. One parent would not be around. And sometimes, before us, selfish parents, just thinking about ourselves alone, and be doing some things without thinking about the consequences and the absence of a parent. And I'm speaking because, let me tell you something. I only know my dad. I met my dad when I was 18 years old. 18 years old. A few days ago, I found a picture and I sent it to my youngest sister. And she had it all over the place laughing, like she was just posting it all on her things and laughing. But, it was sad. It was a sad situation for me because who knows? Who knows what could have happened? Me being on the street. Who knows? You get what I'm saying? Who knows? He never know me, me never know him. You know, it's a sad situation. But, many times, and I use the word selfish, um, not in a bad way, but because some of the situation you can't stay because it's a matter of life or death. Some of the situations you cannot stay. Hannah Davis, a long time in a see you over here. So special welcome. Wagwan Kish Kish. Some of the situations is unbearable. And you can't keep yourself in that torturing, tormenting situation. And you have no choice but to make some tough decisions. And it's sad because, you know, it's the kids. I think even somebody who is here in the chat, Holani. I heard Holani did a video some time back, and as a grown man, he was in tears, speaking about his. I don't know if you're still here, Holani. Maybe you're gone by now. Because life be life in tears, speaking about his father not being around. It was not based on the relationship issues, though his father was, a champion for his country, and he was unalived by whatever, how South Africa be. So I think Sana is subscribed to Holani, so she knows what I'm saying. These things can really bring some issues sometimes. Oh, Jude. Okay, Kish Kish, how is Judy coping with her situation of her daughter? Ay ay ay. Okay, okay. Okay, Holani, you're still here. You're still here. They move too fast to get in a committed relationship. They did not take time to know. Hey, the comment flew out of my sight. They did not take the time to know each other even before having a child. Life, let me tell you something. Even in the Bible, it's funny. It's funny. I think it's human nature, Holani. I think it's human nature. There was a scripture this morning. I was somebody quoted somewhere about people, some video I saw about a person in the Bible that took this woman into his tent and made her his wife. Oh no, that was on Marwa's Instagram story. I think I saw it yesterday. Marwa's Instagram story, and he's speaking. This is the thing with social media. Sometimes we ourselves too, as onlookers, we take everything literal. Now he shared a clip on his Instagram, and it was saying, it was quoting a Bible verse about a man, someone in the Bible that took this particular woman into his tent and made her his wife. That script, that quote was actually speaking about the way how life is now. You don't have to physically be married, because where in the Bible spoke about, anybody, legally marrying, papers. No papers was in the Bible. There was no law about no papers. Uncle Rupert, you can quote me on this one if I'm wrong, because you're more into the scriptures deeper than I am. Me now is just skimming over. Yes, yes, yes. Very, 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 very. Rupert, very, very, very. I agree with you 101%. Um, it's childish, and that's a bold. I mean, it's her actions, but we are just talking, reasoning one on one. It's a very childish action, because that is going to even bring more um questions, more speculations, and bring drama in a sense unnecessarily. This is somebody to me, when this happened, this is somebody to me that has seen enough. I don't want to be associated. Let me just remove myself from your filth. Let me remove myself from your toxicity. Let me just remove myself. I don't want to be seen attached to you. I mean, it could be anything else. Other stuff could happen, because you could have a device that you had used to log in. But the strangest thing to me is that if the device is crashed, it does not log you out. You stay logged in because that is cloud. Those things are saved in the cloud. You understand? The device is the device. You would have to physically log out for you to be removed. Not logged out. You physically would have to unfollow for you to be. You understand? So that has nothing to do with nothing. So that is a physically unfollowing. I found that to be a public statement, a bold public statement. Um, like I'm reading the comments from up to down, down to up, somehow, apparently. Um, so I agree with you, Rupert, and also I agree with you, Holani, on the moving fast. Sometimes we feel like because the universe is in our favor, has been in our favor, it answers everything. Like, yeah, this is the one. But there is this thing also, Holani, that you call destiny helpers. A friend of mine always loved to use this term, a destiny helper. And I too, always use it, but in a different way. Like I say, some people are just servants, they're givers. And e- meaning that you'll find people in your life or things, or you will be at a particular level or a place in your life at a particular time, and this event, this chapter would have been for this time in your life. So that too can also be one of the other thing, which is just it's just she was just like a destiny helper. He wanted a son, and she was a destiny helper to give him what he wanted. That could be just what it is. And they know, as earthly beings, just thinking that, oh, yeah, he's the one, she's the one, da 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 da, and then things just start to happen out of control, and no one knows why these things are happening. Bad energy, this da, 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 things just not working out. You're snapping at each other, only to know that, oh, this chapter is now closed. Phase two. Let life start life in. If this is the same Judy that I just saw a Kish Kish message. If this is the Judy Moyo's daughter, if this is the person, the Judy, I wish her speedy recovery. Even if not, and I said that because Judy is somebody who used to be here. I don't see Judy Moyo for ages. I haven't seen her for ages. Speedy recovery. Um, how go on, brother? Long time no see. Big respect to everyone. Big respect to yourself. Supporting the channel. Just passing through. All right. Do your thing. Coming soon. All right. Do your thing. Do your thing. The last time I saw you back in China again. Keep doing your thing. If you're still here. Okay. So Kish Kish was saying, Hulani, I disagree with that. Okay. A person will only let you know as much as okay. All right, as they want them to know about you. Yeah, yes. That is true. Well, you think is everything. You think is I always say these things. Hmm. I always say these things. It's not everything, you will go telling people. Even in relationships, you don't. So they would meaning they would never really know your full intentions. It's just that, Holani, you are more settled, things, you don't see things that way. As you're saying, um, you prefer, you know, to have a kid with somebody who you've learned, you understand. Still, again, you can't understand everything about people. Will never tell you everything that them know. Yes, yes, yes. I watch her. I watch Fumi. Very vibrant personality. And drop what you say. I go to Jamaica before the year ends. All right. So then, but when you reach, them guys will teach you a thing or two. Doreen was saying time doesn't really matter. I think Ro can't stand the way the village people goes on. Ah, whatever it is, the cultures are different. Whatever it is, then culture different, very different. See, Vidi Jonah's wife never came back. See, Bushman dude, Gabby went, and it's just, I think it's a culture thing. Honestly, honestly speaking, I think it's a culture thing. The village is a village, and them say you can't take you can't take the you can take the boy out of the village, but you can't take the village out of the boy. I think it's a culture thing. Let me leave it at that. The cultures are clashing, and even though we see these people on camera, still we don't know anything about them. We really don't know anything about them or what happens in the back end. Some of you might be privileged to know a little thing, but it's still not going to be everything. It's still not going to be all the things that are causing or that have caused any issues. We don't know. Let alone, no one is perfect. Every relationship has its ups and downs. Some people separate and go back together, make it sweeter when them go back all 20 more pitney in the picture. When you make up and break up, when you break up and make up, it sometimes gets sweeter as well as sometimes it's even worse. It's more toxic. So in this case, like to me, honestly, um, it's a mixed feelings. Um, and I'm getting based on the fact that my mom, it was six of us that my mother had, and I was given to her aunt based on the fact that her aunt never had. Okay, the aunt had one kid, and it passed during right after birth. And because she had six of us, it was too much. Daddy nowhere around. You understand? Nowhere around. And back in those days, people if even though you look around, young people tend to not want to have no children or many children because somewhere it's like they get distracted, number one. Number two, or maybe number one, they don't want anything to be holding them down. And also that there's a possibility that, you know, whatever is happening around them is just too much to be worried about kids plus themselves. um so I understand, and I'm looking at it from two ways because honestly we can't sit down here with veils over our eyes and withdraw from the conversation and hide behind the curtain because nothing is wrong and they're just living their best life. No, 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 no. It's evident. It's evident that there's a strain somewhere. There's clashes. We've seen it on camera, but people tend to not worry too much about it because we all have issues in our lives and we can take up somebody else's issue to highlight it when you close the camera or you come off of the live chat, you go back to your life being blasted miserable, being harassed by somebody or a situation. Mm-mm. So sometimes we just come out here and watch what's happening, but we don't highlight these things because after all, and of our business, even though them live their lives in the public. So pretty much they're our business, but not in that way to be highlighting too much of them personal issues. And that's why I say that removing herself from the Instagram account, following him, sorry, from his Instagram account was a bold public statement. pissed. I'm right now. I'm feeling some type of way. And I was saying, I don't know if that statement that he made, those two statements that he made, one about people should follow both his ex, and also about something about some in-laws in South Africa, something, something. It's like sometimes Mara is somebody when he turns on the camera, he entertains and no breaks on his mouth. And it is causing him a lot of problems. As far as I have seen online, they met. Then Marwa returned to Kenya. Rosie joined him after 1 year. Uh, so they did. Um, Simi, Kish Kish, there's a old saying. Simi and come live with me are two different things. So that in itself is like being what is happening with D Mongo right now, like being in that one position where D is the ultimate relationship test. And if she aced that, because you see, human beings, we get cramped when you're in a particular space. You're seeing this person morning, noon, night, morning, noon, night. You know, you have to be really strong to ace it. And even still, you're not perfect, but the major challenges that things like mood swings, because yo, listen to me. Hey, if you want to know about like a relationship that will have ups and downs, check a woman, PMS, both ways. Premenopausal, perimenopausal, or three ways, a premenstrual. Yo, we are stinking moody and it's not really easy to deal with us. And there are couple ways to a man's heart. One of them being food. But I'll tell you this. A man would prefer to go hungry for days, but just give him his comfort, all the comfort that I'm talking about. hmm And then on the other hand, it has women who has this type of behavior also. We've seen even Rocio walking behind Marwa like a duck, a duck, what you call a duckling behind the mommy duck. We've seen her walking behind him, and while he's doing his thing with his camera, she's just tracking behind him like, I'm over here, pay me some attention. We've seen her come to the camera numerous times, crying like a baby. Like it was the weirdest thing, to watch on social media. Honestly, play out in real life. It was the weirdest thing to see an adult in real time, crying over the fact that she's not getting the attention that she needs. And that's why I came to the conclusion that all we seen right now is a culture clash thing. That's not Marwa's culture. Women have to be firm, tough, and strong. Women has to get up, go make some breakfast, clean the house, run, do this, da, all with a kid tie on the back. It's a culture thing. While Rocio is gonna walk down the road, probably go to the bakery, get some bagel, get some whatever pastry, get some coffee, and come back home, and life goes on. And I don't know, man. Yes, yes, kish kish. Yes, I saw that. I saw that. And people might think she's unsure, she don't know what she wants. Mm. I always say, Mara 110 bikini, how that a go work? But she stated that she can't. She need to cooperate. But recuperate. But the thing about it is that us women will speak from one side of our mouths, and then when things happen, we just melt right into the situation. Yeah. I know many people say, oh, me don't want no picnic. Not another one. That post pain that went too hot. Me, after all the pain that we went through, and then baps. One next one, two more, three more, sometimes six, seven picking in one behind the other, behind the other. So Guys, if you have not yet liked the video, kindly take the time out to drop your like on the video, on the live. Why am I saying video? Kindly take the time out to drop your like on the live. And if you're watching and you're not yet subscribed, please. I know that you watch from behind the curtains. We all do. We all do. We all do. Thank you. I was just checking something here. So we have 41 likes and 60 people watching. Kindly hit the like, my people, um, as we continue. What the hell is this? Yeah, as we continue to talk about this whole situation. I was just watching something on the phone. Uh Kish Kish is saying men are from Mars and women are from Venus. Yep. Yep. She came after his Mexico Jamaica trip to the party. Yep. That's still because people, people, there's this thing called love at first sight, and they don't say that for nothing. Simple means that you fall in love with a person the first time meeting them, you grow with them, you believe in their dreams, no matter the differences, the struggles, the uphill battles, you stick with them. Like I say, you grow with them and you dream with them. But this constant thing in life right nowadays, people don't really tolerate each other very well. We don't have even tenacity to stick with anything much. We our tolerance level is zero nowadays, and hence you'll find people, women, not wanting to have this one bag of children. Birth rate, you know, today versus what it was back then is different. It's different because people don't have tolerance. You will hear young people, me, I will never get a child. I'm like, you're a child. And you're saying when you go older, you would never get a child. Imagine what's going on up there. What's going on? What is causing you to think this way? But, mm, oh my God. Oh my God. Doreen was saying, my friend husband divorced and came back years later and married and remarried her, basically married back to her. Yes, yes. These things happen. These things happen. I'm going over the comments back and forth because I didn't want to miss too much. Okay, Holani was talking about people not being truthful, like not being truthful, not being open enough. They will not tell you everything about themselves, but time will show you. Yes, the key word is time, Holani. Indeed, the key word is time, and that's why I was saying if the ace this uh, situation, this relationship, being as she's in the one place, that's the one place, sharing the same space with her partner, her husband, at this point in time. If she aced this, I think they have many more good years to come. Honestly, because especially after 2, 3 months, sometimes even just 2 days, 3 days, one week, being around somebody in a space, in a small space where you don't really get to breathe much. You do the same things over and over. After a while, these things, and saying all of that to say, as much as the villa is big, and the village is, the yard is where Marwa is placed, we still see where Rocio would have struggled a lot, based on the fact that, and when we say see, I'm basing off of her coming out to speak on her channel about issues that she's facing. She's feeling lonely. He doesn't pay her any attention. And honestly, regardless of what it is. I know Marwa tried to bend backwards a lot of time. But it's 50-50. It has to be 50-50. You have to meet each other in the middle. Um, honestly, Mara doesn't want to be wrapped up in a bed. Those days are gone when he was traveling and flaunting and flirting all over the whole world. Them days they're gone. And if you say that you don't want him to, he comes from a culture where people, even though they're cutting it out, they're trying to change the rules, where people don't want to, where people can marry more than one woman. Um, so it simply means it's etched somewhere in his mind, and you'll see where she would, Rocio would say over and over, she's not into those types of things. So it simply means that um she's just a one man girl, and she's expecting her partner to be the same. She's expecting her partner to be the same. And that's why I said, I don't know if it has anything to do with what he said, which things could have been brewing in the background for all I know, over and over and over, because we've been seeing them struggle back and forth. We've been seeing him saying things on his live, on his videos. He misses his son. Every now and then he will say, I'm not going to speak about my family, maybe responding to a comment, maybe just him off the top of his head saying something. I'm not going to be speaking about my family on the internet for content. And mm, honestly, on Rocio's behalf, she's a plain person, so is Marwa. On Rocio's behalf, to me, um, even when his camera is rolling and she would argue back and forth, that is common. That's common with a lot of social media families. That's raw. That's raw footage you'll see. I've seen it because I watch a lot of like reality live TV people. Um, it actually adds genuine realness to whatever you're putting out there, but then it also comes with implications. Sometimes I lack for words. It also comes with implications because when you put yourself out there looking this vulnerable, you know you have to be tough. You have to be able to deal with the consequences because it will mad you. And this brings me back to a situation that happened where I heard Mara was telling her, don't pay no mind to those people and those comments. I remember even some days ago I was saying, but how people going after Rocio and saying these things, and Marwa never even come out and say, leave my woman alone, stop disrespecting my wife, blah 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 blah. He never said anything much. But then, when we think about it, I remember him saying, because it really looked bad, honest to God, regardless of what it is him and her's business. And we step over our boundaries sometimes too much as subscribers and supporters. You understand? Even though we're pissed about this situation, if these people were close by and you feel mad about situation, who knows what you would have wanted to do, you know? um right, there's somebody say, you cannot get the ring when you don't respect mommy. Me can talk about what me know, sir. I don't know. It's case I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. I've never seen a confrontation between them on camera, on any one of them camera. The only thing that I saw one afternoon was when Mara was saying to cover the child's head, and the mother was also saying, cover the child's head, and she kept walking because obviously she was pissed with either Marwa or whatever was going on in her head. And that looked terrible. It looked terrible. And I know that a lot of complaint went up tomorrow. That looked otherwise than that, I don't know anything else. I don't know anything else, and we're privileged to whatever. I like I say, some people may know things that I don't know, but I don't know. So I don't want to touch that because it's really and truly um and even if you listen to a lot of complaints from other people, like other village people, they too will have issues in their village with them in-laws and them this and that. First thing will come out of them head is that they're greedy, they this, they that, they that, that. I'm like, Jesus. So who should he choose? Now he left to go out to choose somebody from out because maybe, and he himself said based on how what he wanted for his kids and how some of the women would behave from his country. He prefers to be out. I remember a long time video, long time conversation. Who remember when Marwa was at the Villa 19? Ro walked up to him and asked him, "When are you going to put a ring on it?" Yeah, I don't know. I probably missed that part. That one is very funny. That one is funny. I missed that comment. So I'll scan them from time to time. Mary TV, big up yourself. A long time no see, sis. Oh my God. When are you going to put a ring on it? That's the funniest thing. Oh my God. Well, I think that if Marwa was getting the vibes, men could pick up some stuff. I'll tell you the honest truth. As much as, he wants what he wants. And he also said some things before Rocio was even in the picture that he don't want to get married, like a civil wedding in a sense, because he wants nobody to, want a woman come take what he have, what he has, whatever he has is for his kids. That I found that to be very ridiculous at that time when he said what he said. It was the stupidest thing I've heard. But I understand you work hard, whatever, whatever, but then and you have some women will do anything to get what you have. You understand? I understand all of that, but that didn't sound good. That never sound good. That never sound like it coming from a healthy place mentally. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. After all, she's gonna be the mother of your kids, and if she does if she give you what you want. So I think it's only fair that you split, give her something, give her something. Not everybody will agree with me, but who would want to be out on the streets with them kids struggling and having to put them kids under another man's roof when you could give me something so me and the kids could go be comfortable so I don't have to struggle to bring another person in the environment. No, sir. I mean, it happens every day, but I'm just saying. Okay, Rosa saying she wasn't really ready at all. But who is? Who is? Who is really? Because Hulani said one thing and was time. People need to know to get to know each other and, learn about each other, not just rush into things because or be coerced into doing anything. And I know what I'm saying. Don't be coerced into doing anything because if it really was not your will and you did it because the other person was forcing you or ask, okay, guys, she found her way to Neabohanse. It's her business. She went there by herself. Well, I didn't contribute to no plane ticket. She got there how she got there. Nobody forced her. So she could have left. We can say this. She could have left if she got there and it was not to her liking. But tell me, how many of you in real life, realistically speaking, would find yourself in a situation and how I go on? Why? No man. Brother. Give me my chance. I want to read. I didn't see it. I was give me my chance. So the ring. I missed that part. I missed that part. I just browsed down to the comments and realized that Kung Fu Fanta commented something about ring. I missed the rest of it. I'm not able to see it sadly. It's not allowing me to view it because it probably was deleted a while back. So it's not giving me the option. Anyway, whatever it was. Um, allow him to comment. Let me read. um, what was I saying again, guys? Jesus of Nazareth. What was I saying again? Now I got distracted. Uh, anyways, really and truly, Things happen in life, you got yourself in a position. Yes, how many of you, I was asking, how many of you would have gotten yourself in a situation, a position, and you don't know how to get out because things happen so swiftly and you're caught off guard and you have no other option than to just play along. uh it happens. It happens. And I was about to say, you know, we saw that Marwa was urgently in need of settling down. We saw how he went after prayer aggressively. Don't deny that. We can't. He went aggressively after prayer. And prayer, a lot of us got very pissed because it don't work. These things, we don't allow these things to happen in the West. Man, yeah, yeah. Well, honestly, let me speak the truth. If a guy likes a girl, Uncle Rupert, if you're still around, you could say you understand. I mean, you're done past that. I'll respect you, but back in the days, and if you see a girl and you like the girl, we don't say you would aggressively go after the girl, but pursue the girl. But nowadays, it looks weird, especially on camera, social media. You're a big influencer. We don't expect to see you in that vulnerable position. So it kind of threw off a lot of us. Even I myself was like, boy, you will put yourself in trouble in real life. They will arrest you for harassment. Don't do these things. Don't do these things. You know? My mom is a black woman married to a Portuguese man. My mom never went. Huh? Oh, my mom never went to meet his family. All right. They love her, but she said she's not comfortable to go live around them. And that's why I was saying, I had so many discussions, even with myself, like, Rocio is very comfortable when her family is around. She's all happy, she's okay. I understand they speak the language and she's probably won't be missing home because she's have like everybody who she loves. She have her family by her. But it couldn't be that because she was out of her country for a long time. So it couldn't be anything like that. There was something else. There was something else. And that's why I say that I strongly believe that her, what's this thing again? The culture. I'm get brain freeze. The culture probably played, along with other things, probably played a critical role in uh all of what we saw. Prayer with baggage changed the dynamics. Elaborate a little bit more. I probably missed some stuff. Um, when I elaborate a little bit more, our body language. Okay, I'm reading an upper comment that you made also. Yes, body language was what I saw personally on that day when she was asked to cover the head of the child. I think Mara came back and made like he was trying to explain, and you see, let me tell you something. I want to tell you the honest truth. Oh, Ivan. Okay. He came after. He came after. I think he came after. When after she said no to him and he left, then Ivan came in the picture. Um, I was about to say something and I don't want to forget. Like we saw, I was reading something our above where you said that body language. Where the hell is it? It's not what is said. The body language speaks volume. Yes, yes. I was responding to this comment that you made, right? Like I want to pair that with what I was saying when they walk in through the gate from after the evening walk, and she was told to cover the head of the child. Um, it was obvious that something was wrong, or either she feels like she doesn't want to be told. I don't want to be told how to raise my child. We saw when Marwa came back and was trying to explain away awkwardly. Um, you know, very awkwardly. I felt so bad for him. And the reason being is that I too um had situations like that where I've been places like I have a sister, a small sister where she just different. She's just different. And when I say plain till it look extra, you'll be somewhere and everything is all right. And maybe if we order food or something, she's just gonna be the one to make everybody freeze and be saying, girl, shush. Girl, shush. And trying to explain away to the waitress or the waiter to explain to them that, oh, she don't mean to be rude. You know those kind of awkward moments. She don't mean to be rude. She was just trying to ask for a glass of water, some kind of stupid explanation. And listen, it's very awkward being around people like that. It's like you don't know the next thing that they're going to do, unpredictable. And then with that you will live constantly in fear, in a sense that I don't know what the heck is going to happen next if I put you with me, or we go down the road to shop by the mall, or whatever, whatever, because you're unpredictable. Anyways, we saw where Marwa came back and was trying to explain away. It was very awkward, honestly. But not telling a lie, it very, very awkward. But yeah, as I say, nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. And relationships do have them issues from time to time, do have their issues from time to time. And to make it worse, they're living in the public eyes. And hence, you will have massive, massive scrutiny. People will be scratching their heads. People will be wondering, what the heck is this? Why did this happen? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Why did this happen? Uh, you know, and stuff like this. Stuff like this. Um, yeah, my chat screen is actually frozen. I was trying to see something and it's frozen. Come on now. I don't know what you guys did to Kung Fu Fanta, but ever since his chat came up on the screen and you guys deleted the chat, it froze my screen and I'm having an issue to to release it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my god. No, sir. No, sir. No dread. I'm trying my best to get the screen back to the chat to be able to read if there is any other comments. But anyway, I don't know. I'm just hoping for the best for this young couple. I know that I might not share the same we all might not share the same sentiments, but I know what it feels like to be without a dad, and I know that many of you are to be without a parent. Sorry. I can't said dad. To be without a parent, it's not really a nice feeling. Oh, okay, okay, okay. What I'm saying is that after the chat, the thing was deleted. It froze my chat. So I was doing some things in the back end to uh, unfreeze the screen. I'm wishing that all they could figure out what it is that they want in life. It may not work out. It may work out. People separate. People go back together. Um, honestly, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I'm hoping for the best personally. Like I said, I never knew my dad until I was 18. I never knew my dad until I was 18 years old. If I could pull up the photo now, you'll be shocked. 18 years old. 18 years old. Crazy, real crazy. But it is what it is. And I saw some people also rejoicing that, whatever Marwa did to Kohera Senior is what is going to happen to him. Um, I'll tell you the honest truth. When I come out here on the streets of Whitey and I speak about things, I always, tell people just do your best. Do your best in life. You can't blame Marwa. After all, his mother never, like, based on what he said, his mom never told him, um, this is, or he was never he was never introduced to this guy. So basically, why why would he, own, what the hell is this? Oh, why would he own the guy? That's what I'm trying to say. Because I'm getting distracted. Why would he own the guy if he was never introduced to him? So don't blame him. Don't blame him. Don't blame him. He said what he said. And after all, the way how this guy was introduced to the street, I think they said the man, Kohira went to try to introduce himself and Mara rejected. Those things are the past. All Marwa can do, make sure that he don't fall in the same way, which we all see that he's trying his best and he keeps saying he misses his son. Marwa, there are many things that you can do to fix this. Many things that could have been done to sort this out. It never had to get here. um and the more you come out and be doing these things on social media, is the more people are going to speculate, is the more negative energy is going to, you know be in your surroundings, because you invite the energy by coming out to speak these things. Not that you can't speak how you feel, your thoughts out loud, whatever, because you live your life. You said you don't have anything to hide, but the more you do these things, is the more you're going to invite a particular type of frequency, energy, vibes around you. Because people will always be beating you down that, hey, what you did to Kohera, which you have nothing to do with it. That's between your mama and him. If anything goes up, not your business. Not your business. You're not supposed to be fighting to fix anything. That's between the parents. And that's why I say in life, sometimes us as parents, we make some or take some serious selfish decisions. But sometimes, then again, it's not really selfish, because we cannot stay in the toxicity. You can't stay. They couldn't stay in the toxicity. And God help them. They get out. These kids are now grown, but them still have this rejection, this feeling of rejection, this feeling of wanting to belong, this feeling of emptiness. It doesn't matter who was there during that time. There's this feeling of emptiness. And I just hope all the best for little Metoto, whatever it is that these two people, young people, decide in their life. And this public shout of the following and the unfollowing, it don't look good. I mean, you guys are public figures. On a serious note, it don't look good. It does not look good. And Mara is over there in one corner, still calling her his wife, still shouting, still posting, my wife, my wife, my wife. He's holding on and hoping for the best, because then again, pride pride. But let me tell you, the day that he gets up and decide to turn around, it's gonna hurt like a bitch. It gonna hurt even harder than whatever transpired before. Cause I don't know what it is. Us women, we can get mad and do a lot of shit. But the time that the man who was quiet all the time, I don't know about you guys, but I'm speaking from experience, seeing it happen around me and even happening to me. The time that the man decides to get up, I still believe Rosie love Marwa, but it is going to take, yeah, yes, as me say, 50-50, 50-50. They all have to work on themselves. Um, a relationship needs not only to come home at night and lay down in a bed and sleep, do they do, but it also needs um not vacation every now and then. I mean, people does that because you have people who have 9 to 5 and be building life for years because they have mortgage to pay and they have this and they have bills, blah blah blah, and they have a 9 to 5 and they're left with no choice than to only meet at when they meet. The time is at the dinner table, maybe sitting down watching their favorite evening sitcom or over a cup of coffee, and that's it. Man too tired. Man too tired to even say, how was your day? It happens. It's life be life in at times. But like I said, relationship takes a lot. I've been married for 13 years and many days I want to get the fudge out and scream, tear my hair out. And it takes a lot. Mentally, you know how many times I've packed my bags mentally and just decide I just want to keep traveling. Just go someplace. Just keep walking. Just keep going, going, going. And left this shit behind. And then back to square one. Ain't no manual that come with a married life or no kind of relationship. None. You just have to roll with the punches. And there's this one formula though. If you don't believe in your partner, in the dream, that if you guys don't believe in each other's dreams, it don't make no sense. Cut, sever every communications, end it right there. Because there will always be that friction in between. Because you will be ridiculing this one will be ridiculing your look at okay. For instance, I'm doing YouTube. No. And my husband would walk through the door and he would say, "You on live? Or you doing a video or something?" Some other person would be saying, "What the heck? Every time I come home, you on internet." Da, 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 da." They wouldn't support the dream. And that would bring friction because I like this as a pastime. I like because I've been in the media. So to me, this is fun. This is something I like. I like talking to people. I like communicating. I like looking through things. I like fixing things. I like, you know what I'm trying to say. If he was somebody who wasn't interested or supporting, I would have been like very unhappy. You wouldn't see me here. I would just end it because then if it makes him mad and me on the other end want to make him happy, I wouldn't be touching it. I wouldn't. So I would just dump my dream just because he's not believing in mine. Hey, I don't want to be a relationship coach today. Let me end that. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Very, very. Hmm. I think the travel commando is hard. Because listen, remember, he gave up that when Maisha was born. He sacrificed when before Maisha was born. He put everything on pause, even though he was coming to you, still creating content. He was he's come. Let's be realistic. He put a lot out there. He paused everything and had to go back to the drawing table because he's no more a solo man. He's no more a spinster out there. He's now a married man. And before Maisha came in the picture, or Maisha came in the picture, he stopped. Remember how many months he sat in that place? What's the name of the country that Rocio is from? I want to say Costa Rica. What is wrong with me? Whatever the name of the country is. Eh, he sat there for months. And after the child was born, he sat there again for months. And he came in the village and he sat there for months. And all of this is for his son. Okay, so they went the other day when they did a mini traveling. Argentina. Thank you. I don't know. My brain is in. I went to Costa Rica before and all those countries was. I never went to Peru nor stayed in Colombia, but in Panama, Costa Rica, Argentina. Oh my God. Thank you. Um, honestly, Mm. It's painful. It's very painful. It's very painful. I will tell you this much. You see, content creation is not really an easy thing. Content creation is something where you have to be creative, you have to be tough, not thin skinned. Like for me, sometimes the energy you give me, I'm going to give you back. If you're calm and collective, we're friends. But if you're crazy, then I'm going to be crazier, you know? And one of the things I don't like is the fabrication. I don't like lies. I don't like the lies. I don't like the fakery. I don't like it. I don't. I don't. I'll push. I'll push you. I'll push at you. I'll come at you if I know you could do better. You know, saying all of that to say we've seen a lot of things on the streets of YT when it relates to Marwa. What he's done, he's opened his life. Most of the things them, could have been private, but it wasn't fake. It's not fake. It's him being himself. And I think it was the dream that maybe no. Yes, that dream while in Colombia that he started just traveling the world and being himself, bringing the world to your doorsteps, to your living room. Um, it's not lost, but it's not lost, but I think somewhere, you know, he got a little distracted by trying to put things. I don't even know how to say it. Like he got distracted. He got distracted. He was just trying to make it work, like when you're tailoring something to suit the needs at the moment. Maisha was born, he stopped. All of this is just me answering Rupert's comment about him. He should travel more. Yes, yes, I agree, but he's gotten himself so much distraction at this point till I don't even know if him being out there as a commando and a traveler is even possible anymore. That's all I'm trying to say. And I don't want to say it in a way where people might not understand or people might get offended, which is fine. But he's very distracted at this point. Too much is going on. It was Maisha. Then came the horses. And then came more horses. And there will be more horses. Where does you fit in the picture? Meaning that not you guys. I'm talking about him. Where does he fit in the picture? He has to figure out where do I fit here? Meaning his life, personal life. Like I'm looking at Mara some days now and I'm saying, your voice, you sound like somebody who cries a lot or speaks a lot or shouts a lot. Where's your voice going? What's happening? You're drained. What's happening? I'm trying to get in his head. Where is you? Where are you in this whole picture? Meaning your life, your love life, your family life. I understand he says that he's building and a man's job is to build. But bro, you'll die trying to build. Not in a bad way. There's a time for everything. I want to give you guys a little story. Somebody here knows, but it's okay. Um, my sister is in the hospital and has been from one place to the next based on a situation that happened some months ago in October. And my mother, right after the hurricanes in Jamaica, we finally got her to go to Atlanta to help. As a mother, she wants to be there. We got her to go. And my mother at 75 years old hit the ground running, looking after my sister that is still in the post condition that she's in up until this point. And my mother was going, 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 going. And 2 days ago, 2 days, 3 days ago, on her way to the hospital because my sister is in a nursing home, but then she was brought to the hospital because she developed pneumonia. And my mother was between here, there, everywhere. And on her way to the hospital to go see my sister in the ICU unit, my mother passed out on the road. Passed out on the road. God bless. A family friend was there with her who came to visit my sister. God bless. And my mother ended up in the hospital from exhaustion. Eh? No one, no one could have helped her in that moment other than the ambulance and whatever it is that they did to bring her back to where she, where she was okay again. She couldn't do anything in that moment. So saying that he should go back to travel is okay. It's okay. We understand. And I agree. But where does you fit in there? He been doing it for everybody else. Where is him? Where's his You remember I always say like some people just come to serve, destiny helpers. I said that earlier on in the live. Maybe he is one, who knows? I don't know. Maybe. But my mother, I can tell you now, my mother is I spoke to her just before I came on the live and she's okay enough to even go back. She just come out the hospital and she's gone back to that a ICU unit to look for my sister again. A mother's love. She's gone back. You understand? Guys, you see me here sitting. Sometimes this is my only, like, where I can release it. I talk to you guys and not that my family here is not okay enough, but it's different here. You know, she's back at it again. And I was saying to her, I've been warning you, regardless of the situation, you need to calm it. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Take a break. Breathe. And I all I'm saying is that I would love to see, yeah, Maro went on a break some few months ago when they went on that place in where was it? Kili? Or what's the name of the place? Kilifi or Kilifi? And they went for a break. That's like taking a cup of coffee. One cup of coffee in a whole month. One, just one. I told my dad to relax after losing my mom almost 2 years. Self-destructing me too much. That's the right word. Self-destruct. Yeah, we do that a lot. We do that a lot. Um, and it's costly. It's very costly. And we have this thing saying that we're planning for the future. We're preparing for the future. The future preparing for us. I think the good book says that we should let tomorrow provide for itself. That doesn't mean that you're gonna sit here and wait for manna to fall out of the sky. But there's a time, when you have to calm. You have to calm down. You have to calm down. You have to calm, take a break, breathe, focus, and go slow. Go with the rhythms of life. I mean, he's going with the rhythms of life in a kind of way because that's where life has taken him right this moment. This is a different chapter. But if you look at it, if you stand from afar and look at it, it's a lot. It's too much. And it will push away things. He will not be able to see clearly and think clearly because he's struggling to prepare for the future. Uh, anyway, we love you guys. And I know all who is here is only out of love while you guys are here listening and hoping for the best for them. It's nothing but love. And, when you see young people, when you see young people, especially in that age, he said he was 35 on the video yesterday. He said he was 35, 35 years old. That's the same. My son, that's the same age as my son. And you still have some life left in you. Basically, he still got some time to do, to fix, to right the rights and what them say, to right the wrongs. I don't know how it goes, but whatever. Right all the wrongs. Still got some time to fix it. Whatever it is. And you know what? All of what I'm saying is that I'm fearful to see. I don't want to see. Some years down because remember, that little boy is his firstborn son, and all those times that he miss are the crucial moments that you're missing. Speaking on a phone, a video call, at a FaceTime, that's not gonna replace the smell, the feel, the laying to read him a story, correcting him when he's wrong firmly. These are the crucial moments. Crucial moments. We can only continue to hope for the best for this young family and pray that whatever Mara plans to do in life, we can just, sit back. We can just sit back and watch, or we can also, advise, correct, do what we do best here on YouTube, you know. And at the end of the day, no one is perfect. No one is perfect. Thank you guys for sitting in, for, you know, basically supporting. Um, Make sure that you hit the like if you haven't already done so. Um, I know other people probably is on by now because I've sat here for a good healthy time. This never happened on this channel. Hey, we made history today. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I hope that you understand all that we talked about, that we discussed. I hope you guys understand. And in life, we just have to be able to reason sensibly and fight fire when if fight fire with fire if we see fire coming. Don't be cowards. Also, but in the meantime, don't just sit back and not say anything and let it slide. Big up on yourself. One love, my people, every time. And I'll see you guys on the next.